Welcome back to Customer States, guys. We made it to another Friday. Welcome to episode 3. Let's crack open the cold ones. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus,
I got the bottle.
That is better than sex. Once again, guys, my name is Jake Reikus. I've been in the automotive field for 20 years, and I've been a service advisor for a little over 2. To my right is my beautiful and deep voice tech, Mike.
What's up, guys? This is Mike Serra. Senior master technician, shop foreman, transmission technician. I've been in the industry for about 20 years now. Probably over 20 years. I don't really want to state my real age. But to my left, who's even more attractive than I am, is our warranty wizard, Allie.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jake there.
I'm kind of pissed he wasn't.
What's up, guys? This is Allie. I've been a warranty administrator for going on 11 years now. I am now temporary file clerk and haver of many paper cuts.
Haver of many paper cuts.
Yes.
Haver of many paper cuts.
And so this week has been a week. I did see one of the most ridiculous vehicles that I've ever seen, topping off with I'm going to say 3-foot spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
God damn it, man, you beat me to it. And before we start, across the room, Kevin, thank you for producing this, man. We couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, Kevin, he's the
Kevin.
quiet one over in the corner. Thank you, buddy. Couldn't do it without you, seriously.
So on that, man, it's like nothing better than when you're driving down the road in your whip. It's beautiful, off the lot, all that. And then next to you, you see that top of the line Honda.
Wait, top of the line Honda.
I was going to say that.
No more.
Top of the line Honda lawnmower with that 3-foot spoiler. Those vents that go to nowhere, and you know for a fact it's like that spoiler at least gets you another 50 horsepower.
Don't forget the sticker package that they put on the side of the car as well. That's at least a 0.5 to almost 7 horsepower a sticker, depending upon the size of the sticker.
There you go.
Do you even know what drag is, bro?
Do you even drag, bro?
They do sell like magnetic hood scoops. Is that a thing?
Oh,
I feel like there's a lot of fakey hood scoops out there.
Bro, you don't think this is a shaker hood?
Well, it certainly shakes. It doesn't do much else than shake.
Side to side.
Yeah, it's like they went through, put a magnet on their car and went through the quote unquote performance products aisle at any given auto parts store.
It's like, I'm going to go stop by my local Big Lots real quick and see what they got in the back.
I love those, decal side scoop vents that, they come in packages of 3 or whatever, and they put them randomly on the door or something like that. Like, where do you even think that is supposed to go to? You're not fooling anybody.
Dude, it's or when you see it on the top of the outside where the A-pillar leads to the top of the driver door. What my brain thinks every single time with that is it's like they think that it's going to connect into the car and they can blow their fucking weed smoke right out.
Wait, are you talking about those magnetic, the shieldy thing that goes so the rain doesn't get in your car?
No. Man,
those are actually beneficial.
What aisle at Pep Boys is that in, by the way?
I don't work at Pep Boys, so I couldn't tell you. That's probably 17.
That's called I don't want my cigarette wet during the monsoon. No, those are the ones where they're usually shaped like a diamond, and they've got that horrible fake mesh on the front, so it looks like it goes through the vehicle and it's meant for air passage, but really it's just the fucking paint underneath that.
Yeah, it's legitimately just a piece of plastic that looks like it's supposed to do something, and it doesn't do anything other than add weight to your car and drag.
So is that sold next to the bullet hole decals?
Oh, dude, bet it is. It's right next door to those.
Dude, the bullet fucking stickers, man, every single time.
Why do you want your car to look like it's been shot at? I still don't understand the appeal for that.
Bro, why don't you? Fucking street cred, come on. It's like, I still live in my mom's basement, but I need fucking Jorge over here to know that I'm hard as fuck.
Everyone to the teen. Honda got shot.
If you have bullet hole stickers, we do support your expression on your vehicle.
Oh, hey, you know what? Bottom line actually with that is, it's like, if you love your car, we can give you as much shit as you want, but if you pull off from your driveway, a car meet, whatever it is, and you're proud of it, nobody should be able to tell you otherwise.
No.
Don't yuck another man's yum.
Mike, you're still young, dude. Come on.
it's just really hard to, you know, as a car aficionado, I guess I could call myself, somebody who actually modifies cars like to do things other than look fancy. I can't foresee you putting a huge giant, you know, 3-foot wing on the back of your car. And now all of a sudden I'm supposed to think, oh my God, that's one of the cars from the Fast and the Furious. Look at how fast it must go. No, you're
rest in peace, Paul Walker.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
So, and you know what? Speaking about those spoilers, the one thing that I did see that it was actually pretty cool about those is it was a post online or something.
I'm sorry, there's nothing cool about
it.
Yeah, dude, this one had a beer opener on it.
Okay, I take that back.
See, and I was right there with you, but I saw a post online once where it was a group of people who were sitting on the back of, let's just call it a Subaru, because every Subaru needs one of those apparently. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure that keeps the engine from exploding, but that's a different story.
Well, they need to be bigger then, because it's not working.
So they were actually sitting on the actual trunk of the Subaru with their legs in the first opening underneath, and they had their McDonald's sitting on the top of the
Oh, it's like a little park bench.
Dude, it's like a park bench. And I'm like, okay, so now I understand why.
In COVID times?
Now I understand.
Come on. That's like the perfect like post-up fast food. Like,
and now I get it, man. You're at a car
dining.
meet. You're at a car meet at the local Del Taco. Everybody's laughing at your spoiler, but you're sitting back kicking it with your fucking burrito.
Hey,
I get it.
A Subaru. We're having a good time over here.
So I saw that and I'm like, Jesus Christ, my whole world has been changed. Before, I'm like, well, this has no meaning besides to look toolish. I'm like, oh, dude, I love fast food. You love fast food. I still hate Subarus, but I kind of get this.
It'd be great if they had like a ketchup packet holder or something. I just came up with another modification.
Trademark.
Trademark.
Dude, $1 billion ideas.
TM.
Speaking of weird additions, have you seen those inserts for your cup holders? Or I'm sorry, it actually attaches to your vent, and it's a 3D printed cutout that will hold your fries and your sauce packet right next to one another while you're driving.
I have to say I'm intrigued, but you immediately lost my interest when I heard that it plugs into the AC register. Like that's like the worst thing that you can do for a vehicle.
Well, no, plugs into the vents itself. So it's like
that's called the AC register. The vents themselves are
your AC vent is not covered under warranty.
Exactly.
You put 3 pounds of pressure.
They wonder
10 pounds of pressure on your AC vent. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait. It's like how much
you guys aren't taking into effect the dipping inertia.
Ooh, dipping inertia.
How many G's did I come down with this force into this dipping cup? Is it going to be able to withhold that?
USA is always number one, and that's an obesity. So,
okay. Well, with obesity comes ingenuity, or vice versa. I don't know.
You also have to keep in mind, though, it is 3D printed, so it's already light as shit. But I get what you're saying. You should never attach anything there but one of those tiny little air vent,
carbon fiber.
Oh, the other scent things. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's about the same weight. But I saw that and I'm like, man, that's really smart. It's like you can like be ripping fucking drifts and fucking dipping your McDonald's fries.
Well, I see people that I see people with cell phone holders.
Rippin' and Dippin' 2021.
Just out for a rip are you, bud? No, I'm just out for a dip.
Holy shit, bud. Where's my sweet and sour?
Smoke break.
It's great though. It's like, some stuff's pretty cool. Other stuff, it's hit and miss. Like I said, it's to the owner's discretion.
Yeah, there's useful modifications or like useful, cool things that you might be able to do from that specific aisle in any given parts store. But for the most part, it's all pretty much junk. Like nobody gives a shit about your Yosemite Sam mud flaps. Like,
bro, I love Yosemite Sam.
Dude, you see my Betty Boop fucking seat covers.
Shit. Speaking about seat covers, man, the one thing is like with Uber and stuff, I've never gotten the whole thing about the giant wooden beads that are like on the seat.
They're massaging. That's what those beads are supposed to be.
Why do you move in your seat so much to be a massage?
Vibration.
Oh my God.
Does your car have a bad
when
motor
you're
mount?
in your seat adjusting for your hemorrhoids, it's massaging your ass.
Sounds like you have some knowledge there, Kevin.
Yeah, it's like those E3 spark plugs, man. It's like, for a fact these guys are like, this is going to give me 5 more horsepower per plug.
That's what it says on the box. I mean, it's clearly written right there.
Bro, it's in the fine print. So, sticking on the whole subject of spark plugs. So, I had Well, let me start this off a different way.
Mm.
The tech, you know who you are. I love you, man. Accidents happen. No hard feelings.
We're all
Okay.
human. We're all human.
Shit happens. So we'll start this.
You're human. I'm perfect.
Shots fired.
Shots taken.
Oh, true.
There you go. So spark plugs. Fuck. We had a we had a customer who came in who owns a particular brand of Roadster. It is a beep Roadster.
Well, that leaves it to like I'm now guessing what kind of roadster this could be. I'm quite curious.
You can guess all you want. So she comes in, of course, customer states, and there you go. And she starts with
There she is.
She starts with the fact of, my car's not running properly. It's kicking and bucking. It's just everything's not good. And immediately with everything that she's explaining, we're all like, it's most likely going to be your spark plugs. It sounds like it's misfiring. So you're probably looking at spark plugs, coils, going to be generally about this much, but we'll send it out, get it looked at, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
And she goes, all right, that's fine. I love my baby, and I've got a car meet, and it has to be perfect, and no price is too expensive.
You know what? I that's okay with me, as for people that are in that little niche of like, you bought a specialty vehicle, and these are the things that you need to do to your vehicle to keep it in that specialty class or to keep it operating exactly the way that it should be as intended from the factory. And they're all good about doing those general services. That's perfect. That's good with me. You want to do that? Perfect. Let's go.
Like the ride or die car owner, like they're with that car till the end.
Right. 100%, man. Kudos out to those people who know when they're coming into
Absolutely.
service, especially with this particular, beep Roadster. It's on the older side. It's not a 2017, 2015, whatever. It's a 1995, 1994. So
that's
already a good start, right? And so, but she knows, she's like, I don't care what it costs. And me as a rider, you as a tech, we're there to make money. So we like hearing that. We know that we can kind of let our guard down a little bit. We can take a deep breath. We really don't have to, have a clenched butthole.
My line.
So you don't necessarily have to sell the customer on anything, because the customer already knows I brought the vehicle in for such and such, and I expected to have these things, and they found this as well. Perfect. I want to make sure my car is up to spec. And that's, again, like you were saying, that's the customer that we want to have. Somebody who knows that, yes, in this certain mileage or at this age in the product on the vehicle, we need to replace these components.
Exactly. It's anticipation with breathing. So, so we give it out to my tech. And once again, before I start this, dude, accidents happen. I still love you once again, but it goes out to him. He takes a look at the car. Of course, he goes, it's going to be most likely spark plug coils. We're like, we get it, dude. We already told the customer. She's well aware of it. Everybody kind of knows what to expect. So he gets it, does a full diagnosis. It's got fucking 20,000 fucking misfires on every single fucking cylinder. So there's no doubt in our mind.
It's proper fucked.
So he's
with
like,
a capital P.
So he comes in. He's like, hey, guys, sure enough, this is what it is. We need to order these parts. So we call the customer. Hey, sure enough, everything's good. It's misfire. You need coils, plugs, everything, and we'll order it if you authorize it. And she's like, yeah, it's like I said, I love my baby. No price is too much. And we're like, okay, we get it. And, she's part of this particular group of car enthusiasts. And she's like very high up in this general car meet of Roadster people.
It's like if her car was a dog, it'd be in a stroller. Like she's that dog owner.
Would it also be best in show?
Oh my God.
Ding, ding, ding.
So we order the parts, day ends, whatever. Next day comes, guy gets the parts, goes out to the car, excuse me. So he starts going at it, and first thing, knowing as a tech, number one rule with spark plugs is you use fucking hand tools.
Yeah, that's like, I believe like the third commandment or something like that. Thou shalt use hand tools on spark plugs.
So with that knowledge being known, once again, accidents happen, but So he goes out there, and for whatever reason, I guess what passed through this tech's head is the fact that he's like, oh man, I really like the sound that this tool makes. Ugga dugga. Grabs himself the biggest fucking pneumatic impact wrench that he can fucking find, straps it to the top of this fucking goddamn spark plug, and just ugga dugga, and just snaps off the fucking actual sheath of it with it, the porcelain or ceramic, and falls right into the fucking block.
Oh my god.
No. So this happens.
That's not a big deal, right?
Oh yeah. So he comes in and he's like, hey, I might have accidentally done something kind of bad. And we're all like, what the fuck's going on, dude? And he's like, I accidentally used an Ugga dugga and I might have accidentally dropped a pin spark plug inside of the engine block. And we're all like, shit, man, how bad is it? And he's like, you can come outside. You can kind of see it yourself. We're like, okay, so
it's pretty bad.
you know when your text like, and you know it's going to be.
Need a second opinion on how bad this is. I know to admit fault until you tell me that it's my fault.
So thankfully, and also to add into this is actually my associate that's across the way's job. And as a writer, you're all like, oh my fucking God, thank you, Jesus. This is not my ticket. And you're not working on it. You still feel for the guy.
Oh, yeah. You have empathy for that, because you know what? Tomorrow it's going to be your ticket that happens to.
And that's exactly it, man. It's like you can kick back all you want and you can go, haha, that you got it, I didn't, and all that stuff. But really in the back of your mind, pity your gut, you're like, holy shit, this sucks. We've all fucking been there. We all have those quote, quote, problematic cars or something that happens. It's literally not your fault. Just shit happens.
Shit happens. We're all human, and you know what? It may not even be your fault. It could be that out of the 6 bolts, just like the one that you took off before, the 6th one broke, and the 5 before it didn't break.
Okay, Duggas.
No, this was using hand tools.
But guys, impact wrench go Ugga dugga.
But how many Ugga duggas does it take to undo that 6th bolt?
Generally, only 3 to 4. If you're using more than 3 to 4, you're using too much.
If you're not if you're not using the metric system.
So, whoa.
Where's my fucking 10 millimeter?
I don't know about you, but my tools are made in America. We don't speak metric.
But German engineering.
I actually do speak metric.
Yeah, isn't it like an 18 to get your lug nuts off that range?
No, it's 19. Thank you, though.
You're not only a cheat, you're a fucking liar.
19 is the same as 3/4.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There are people fucking tearing at the walls.
Well, good. I literally don't know what's happening right now. So, okay.
I dare you to call in and argue with me. I dare you to call in and argue with me.
Ozone. So
yeah, let's bring that one up. Sure. Yeah, I am right.
So we head out to this for
slide in Mike's DM.
So we head out to this tech stall, and he goes, okay, promise you guys won't be mad at me if I show you. We're like, dude, just start the car. Okay, but you can't yell at me. I'm sensitive. So he starts up the fucking car, and it sounds like a goddamn M1 Abrams tank. Just so we're all of us, just the collective, just deer in the fucking headlights. It's just like, oh fuck. And he's like, I might have tried to piece of spark plug in this. So of course, he goes with the whole thing. It's like our best bet. It's like I can just rev it real fucking hard and just hopefully it fucking breaks apart. So he's just revving it and revving it and revving it, and it is not going fucking anywhere. It is seated firmly.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, that's never. I mean, sometimes depending upon what part of the spark plug drops into the cylinder, it may be able to be broken up. But if it's a piece of the electrode ground strap or something like that, or a piece of porcelain, that all just depends on how long it takes to get beat into a dust
Exactly.
and pass through the exhaust valve.
It gets stuck in my catalítico. So he's revving that. We all go back. We're all like, okay, there's no reason for us to fucking sit here and basically just want to hang ourselves. So we head inside, and I mean, within moments, the lady who owns this roadster calls. She's like, "Hey, I'm just checking on my baby. I just want to make sure everything's going okay." And you know, I hear my buddy across the way. He's like, "Oh yeah, it's fine, man. It's fuck it. It sounds fucking great." I mean,
Yeah, in the back.
bullshit. You can just hear the violin just in the background, just
And you hear Ugga, Dugga, Ugga, Dugga,
exactly, yeah, in the back, just
he's just finishing up on it right now.
So he's like, yeah, no, it's fucking fine. No reason to fucking worry. Don't show up. So he hangs up the phone. Still, all throughout the day, hours pass, just over and over and over, and it's getting towards the end of the day.
Just trying to work the piece out of the cylinder, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
So it's getting towards the end of the day. There's only a few hours left, so already we're feeling the stress. And then, sure enough, fucking bing bong. Hi, I'm here to check out my baby. And we're like, oh, fuck.
The customer just shows up
Just
randomly.
shows up randomly, man. It's like, let me see my car. And so,
That's when you're like, oh, sorry, customers aren't allowed past this point.
due to our insurance policy, I just can't let you back. She's like, no, it's fine.
When we're revving the nuts out of a car in the back, we can't have you here because it might explode. Oh, it's your car, by the way.
No, that's not your car. It's just one that looks exactly like it with the same license plate, but it's not your car.
It's not your car. Somebody liked your car so much we had to duplicate it. So she's like, no, it's fine. Just one of you take me out to my car. I swear to fucking God. So, so we walk her out, and sure enough, she's like, okay, start it. I want to hear how good it sounds. So tech starts it. Sure enough, it still sounds
Stunt car.
Yeah, it still sounds like two fucking pit bulls fighting over a T-bone.
Oh my God.
And you see all shreds of hope, and ever since she was a child, you can see everything leave her fucking body. Like
Every balloon that she's ever lost as a child,
It
every
just
ice cream
pops.
cone that she's ever dropped.
It's just her, like, every time she went to the beach in the car, she ate an ice cream cone in the car, she went and did something cool with the car. It's like her automotive life flashing before her eyes. She's probably got a name for it. She's like, oh, Penelope, what happened to you?
So, you know, she
Best cars have names, though.
it's true that. So she's pissed, don't get me wrong, but once again, like we were saying, she's a cool customer. She understands shit happens, accidents happen. She's just like, I just want my car to be okay. So she hangs out the whole entire fucking time. And the shitty part is she's sitting in a waiting area that is outside where you can hear this poor fucking
no.
every single fucking time he turns that key, and everybody inside is just like over and over.
The cringeworthiest of sounds.
So we tell her, it's like, look, it's like there's nothing we can do. It's towards the end of the day. Go home, sleep on it. We'll all sleep on it. We'll get back at this tomorrow, and we'll give you a call. By the grace of God him fucking self, we get in there, and it was still bad, man. I mean, right there at the fucking end of the day, it was fucking bad. No sound change, no fucking nothing. He turns that fucking key and just, and we're like, oh my fucking God. Exactly. The fucking angels fucking sing, the fucking sun rays pop fucking through, and it was like, oh yeah.
Everyone takes the collective sigh of like,
of course. And so we call immediately. It's like, okay, dude, test drive it. He test drives it. Everything's fucking good. And we're like, call the customer right the fuck now. Get her in here. Just get the fucking car out of here. It's good to go. So we call her, sure enough, and she's like, are you sure it's going to be okay? We're like, yes, it's fine. Please leave.
We've increased your displacement by a small fraction. And you're good to go. You're actually going to feel an improvement.
And, you know, it's like, besides some bruised egos, complete childhood ruined, and my partner ruined, and my partner across the way within inches of a heart attack, everything worked out completely fine. So all's well that ends well with that. But once again, like I said, shit happens. So the customers out there that are cool with it, we always appreciate it.
Hey, you know what? Again, as long as the car is fixed at the end of the day, that's all that kind of matters. But I have actually another spark plug esque related story for you. So I'll start off with this one. I was at a trade school. This doesn't have to do with Ugga Duggas. We haven't even gotten to that point yet for the need for Ugga Duggas. So I'm at this trade school, and I'm at this trade school, and at this specific trade school, we have, you know, like
what is this trade school called?
Well, it should rename or it should be nameless, I believe, at this juncture.
Does it remind you?
Did you need cranberry pills to go there?
Cranberry juice and cranberry pills might have helped with this specific
trade school.
Trade school.
So what you're saying is ASE, it burns when I pee.
Yes. Many years ago, when I was at this trade school,
when you were a wee lad,
we were in, you know, they break it up by, you know, 50% of the time you're in class doing like lecture type stuff, and 50% of the time you're in what they call labs. So you're actually working on cars, hands-on wrenches on the vehicles, right? So we had gone into the shop, and that was supposed to be our 50% of the shop time. So for that specific lesson, we were supposed to be doing compression tests on these clip cars. And if you're not familiar with what a clip car is, it's basically just like the front half of a car, no windshield, no doors, everything's cut off behind the you know, the driver's seat, and it's on just little, you know, casters, like you would imagine, like an office chair or something like that. So it's literally
a shoebox with an engine on office wheels.
Yeah, you know, like in that one Bond film with Timothy Dalton, I believe it was, and he's driving around the half cut off car. It's exactly what it looks like. You know, if you would have taken casters off of it, you could have driven around the lot. It's got its own standalone fuel cell, blah blah. Anyway, so it's a fully working car, no stereo system, but it's a fully working car, just cut in half and up on a plinth base.
How am I going to listen to my tunes, bro?
No music.
This isn't car audio school. This is a real school.
Shots fired again. Jesus.
Hey, Mobile Dynamics, shout out 2008.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
So anyways, Mike's working on his car cadaver, and
yes, we're working on the car cadaver. And so we're supposed to be doing compression tests on it, right? So this group of students takes the spark plug out, and they go to put the compression tester in there. But for whatever reason, something dropped into the cylinder. I still am to this day not quite sure what it was. Could have been a
Junior Mint.
Seinfeld. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a good Seinfeld reference. I did enjoy that. Thank you, Ali. Yeah, so we dropped the Junior Mint into the cadaver in the operating theater. Oh wait, that guy was alive. Anyway, so something drops down in the spark plug well, and you know, the particular student didn't say anything to the instructor. You know, stop right then and there before we actually did damage this operating vehicle. Yes, it's not supposed to drive anywhere, but it still operates and runs for all testing purposes for the school, right? So instead of trying to tell the instructor, oh, goodness gracious, I dropped something down in here, we should try and stop right now and get this thing out.
Was it something along the
yeah, when you should have been coming to me with your tail in between your legs.
I promise you won't get mad at me.
So this particular student goes to his locker, gets a hanger, cuts the hanger apart, comes back into the shop, takes the piece of gum out of his mouth.
Fuck.
Attaches it to the end of the hanger.
I'm gonna go fishing for crawdads, Paul.
And tries to take this hanger with a piece of gum on it and stick it down into the spark plug well, into the cylinder, to pick out whatever he dropped down in there.
And oh my God.
Lo and behold,
Jinx.
that did not work. Not only did he not pick out the thing that he dropped down in there, but he also dropped the piece of gum in there as well.
Oh, damn. Why the fuck is my car blowing bubbles out of the tailpipe?
Oh my God. Such a good visual.
You should have been using Big League Chew. It's the far chewier gum rather than the Zebra Stripe brand.
Technician's choice.
Technician's choice. Fuck, and by the way, fuck Fruit Stripe.
You know what? It's delicious for about 2 seconds.
Dude, it's such a
I'm sorry,
fucking
the repair
disappointment.
manual specifically says no Fruit Stripe.
Well, shit. And, you know, even with that, man, and it's like we said, accidents happen. We appreciate everybody out there. If you're not mechanically inclined, nobody wakes up in the morning and goes, I want to specifically fuck up this car or this customer. We're all humans. Mistakes are made.
Mistakes happen.
Mistakes happen. Promise that we're with you on this. We feel your pain and we put ourselves in your shoes. So we're always trying to fix it. We never have malicious intent.
Yeah.
Well, I want to take this moment to thank you guys for listening so far. And we're again going to transition to an ad break so we can pay some bills here. And we will see you back as soon as we are done.
All right, guys, welcome back. And, you know, I'm feeling a little parched right now.
Let's do this shit.
I need a little something.
Yeah. That sounds so fucking good every time.
Truly get at me.
Right. So, Mike, you got the next one. What's going on? All
right. So I want to take a little bit to not necessarily gripe about customers per se, but just the whole process of appointments.
Fuck, dude.
Okay. So this is kind of generic to, I would say, not necessarily industries, but just customer service in general. Mm-hmm. So like when you make an appointment at the dealership to have your car looked at, you know, your appointment's at 8:00 in the morning. And you drive your car into the service drive at 7:55 in the morning, and your service advisor comes out and greets you ideally at 7:55.
Yep.
And the service advisor, you know, takes all your information down, writes the car in, you know, what's your concerns, blah, blah. Okay. So we'll call you around, you know, noon or so and try and give you an update. Well, what do you mean? My appointment was for 8:00
right there. But what do you mean 12:00?
Well, your appointment time is not necessarily the time that your car is going to go to the technician. That's the time for me to greet you and introduce your car to my computer system and get the repair order generated on it and figure out what's going on with your vehicle, all that sort of stuff.
The only guarantee to your appointment time is we were able to find a spot to bring you in to the dealership, and it stops right there. Dead fucking stop right there. And probably one of my favorite answers to that is, well, I can make an appointment at the doctor and they'll see me right away. Fucking bullshit.
What doctor do they go to?
Bullshit. Every time they say that, I want to be like, you are a lying sack of shit and you know it. What fucking doctor's office on this fucking earth do you go, oh, yeah, I've got a problem. It's like, you know, my scrotum does this one thing and I need to be there at 8. Sure, come on in. 8:00 rolls. Oh, goddamn.
There it is.
That audio quality is fantastic.
Fucking tits. So what doctor's office do you fucking walk into for your 8:00 appointment? You walk in and they go, oh my God, we've been waiting for you. The doctor is ready to see you. It's the exact same thing. It's like, no, every single fucking car is the exact same. All oil changes, no problems whatsoever. They all take 15 fucking minutes because each fucking appointment is 15-minute intervals in between. We got you. Fuck that, man. It drives me crazy.
It's really difficult to try and explain to them that same, because, you know, it's every so often that we get a customer that complains, well, I made my appointment for 8:00 and I don't understand why you're going to call me at the end of the day and tell me what's wrong with the vehicle. Well, you and 7 other people made their appointment for 8:00.
Yep.
And we only have so many technicians, and we have technicians that are working on cars that were here 2 weeks before you even made the appointment.
Right.
So it just, your appointment time is the time that the service advisor is going to greet you and get your car into the system for you to be up next in the queue or put in line in the queue to get into the service department.
That's something I really didn't understand until I started working at the dealer, because you just don't think about it that way. Like when I go and get my hair done, I wait for 15 minutes to see the lady, and then, you know, it's 2 hours worth of highlights or whatever. It's not just a cut for you guys, oil change, you know, it's not
exactly.
There's
it's like
different repairs
anything from the, like Mike said, the 7 fucking customers that also had the same quote appointment time. anything can happen with those 7 fucking cars. Anything. So, especially when you have somebody who will just be going through your day, fucking just slams the car. I'm here for a fucking appointment. Hey, that's fucking great. I don't care. Well, no, you need to move hell and earth right the fuck now because I'm having battery problems. That's not my problem because you had lack of planning and you don't know how to fucking adult.
Yeah, your lack of planning does not constitute an emergency on my part. I'm going out of town on Friday and I need to have my car done by then. Then they're bringing it on Tuesday. Well, what's wrong with it? Well, I'm having these transmission issues or my check engine light flashes or whatever. Well, oh, geez, it seems like you should have picked, maybe something before the week that you were going on vacation.
Well, golly, let me drop everything and just fucking bend to your whim.
It's very unfortunate, but, if you would have just thought about this ahead of time, we would have had plenty of time to fix your car and make sure the vehicle's safe for you and your family to go on this road trip for.
Right.
And it's really unfortunate that happens.
Common sense is not common.
I keep hearing that.
It's really, really weird, man. There's a strange echo. It's going to continue through these fucking episodes.
Oh, you think?
And that's the thing. It's like also with the whole appointment basis with customers and when they just show up and they're like, well, it's, I don't want to void my warranty. I haven't gotten an oil change in 15,000 miles. And it's like,
why did you wait that long?
and that's the thing. It's like you do want to answer back to the customer like something, but there is nothing to fucking respond to that.
You can't say anything because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
And that's exactly it. Even if there was an answer, there's nothing that justifies it or makes it easy on fucking anybody. Everybody's fucking pissed off. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's your fault. I fucking hate it.
Right. It's one thing from an emergency like tow in or something like that to, my check engine light's been on for 3 weeks and my car is going kajunka and now I'm going on a trip.
I know what that is. I know what's wrong with your car.
Just wait, could you hold the phone up to the exhaust?
It's Big League Chew.
You should have been using Big League Chew. I see you've been using that Wrigley.
Oh, you used the fruit stripe. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's the thing though, how you were saying with the check engine light has been on for 3 weeks, but I've chose today. What the fuck were you doing the past goddamn 3 weeks?
Well, I thought it would just go out on its own.
It's like my buddy told me just get a small piece of electrical tape, put it over the light, and it'll just go away.
Well, that does work. It makes the light go away.
This is not your laptop.
The car still runs like
sir.
shit, right? But the light's gone.
So it's crazy, man. It's one of the pet peeves in this. And then on top of that, what's also fun on the whole customer basis thing is wanting a different price, negotiating price, or not understanding set price. And
this is not a negotiation price industry. I don't know where that idea came from.
We do not negotiate with terrorists.
But Jiffy Lube does it for...
Yeah, you know what? And every fucking tech and service writer on the face of this earth wants to go, then fucking go. Bye. Bye-bye. See ya.
But you can't.
No, of course not.
You want to do it.
The one thing you can say, though, is, especially in the area where me and Mike work, guess what? Jiffy Lube down the street charges the same fucking cost, and you're going to get some 16-year-old fucking kid fresh out of fucking high school who's like, oh, fuck yeah, I can change your oil, man. Let's fucking do this. We have
factory-trained technicians who work on nothing but your exact type of vehicle every single day.
You pay what you get for it.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. So on the...
I just want to reiterate. Was that you pay what you get for? Is that what I heard?
Ooh, did I?
I think you
we'll have to look back at that one.
Wait, this is your answer. And that is why I have fucking twist tongue.
Yeah, that ASMR is just so good right now.
But
wait, did you just close that? Allie, come on.
Oh, sorry.
So on that story about the whole adjusting price, wanting to find about wanting or talking about that specific story, we had a customer comes in of course, the whole slam the car door. I'm here for, I don't have an appointment. You're going to fucking see me. Oh, okay. It's fucking great start to this negotiation.
Sure, Mr. Customer, this is awesome.
I'm standing on a bridge and I'm wanting to jump. It's like, hey, fuck you, jump. It's like, this is not how this is not how this is supposed to go. So they pull up. I've got no fucking appointment. I need a fucking oil change. Just do it. Just do it. I do it. And it's like, we can't, man. We're booked. I only have so many texts. He's like, well, what am I supposed to do? And we're like, well, you can leave it with us for a little bit. That's completely fine. There's a possibility we'll get it done at the end of the day. And he goes, okay, yeah, that's fine, man. How much is it going to cost? We're like, $119.99. Oil change, tire rotation, full circle inspection, top A fluids, normal shit.
Right.
He goes, it's kind of expensive. I'm like, it's about the same cost as Jiffy Lube, dude. And you're going to get
the average across the board.
Exactly. And I'm like, you're going to get a whole lot more with my techs. It's like
getting the factory recommended oil, factory recommended filters, the multi-point inspections, the tire rotations, the things that the other places like, X and X don't do. Yeah.
Fix it right the first time.
Oh.
Ooh, you see that shit, dude? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. I'm so titillated right now.
So, with a little back and forth banter, he goes, okay, we're good. So go get the service down or get the service finished. Dude comes back and he goes, and keep in mind, this is not my ticket. This is a buddy of mine's next to me. Comes back in, picks up the car, and he's in there with the cashier. And me and my buddy are on the same side of the office so we can see into the cashier's office. And, he's kind of doing that. Customers have that look to them when something's the matter. It's just kind of the way they
see it. You can see it in their facial expression. I mean, the body language.
Exactly.
Even, right there.
And it's just kind of the way they move. Their skin's crawling and you can feel it. So my buddy walks in there, and sure enough, I can hear them going back and forth arguing about something. And I wasn't having that day particularly. So I walked in, not even my customer, and I immediately talk over my buddy. I'm like, what seems to be the problem, man? And he goes, well, you guys told me it was going to be $119.99, and it's $122.07.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, so Mr. High and Mighty here doesn't apply to California tax. So I go, wait a minute, man. What do you mean this wasn't what was agreed upon? Well, you told me one price. This is a different price. I'm like, it's tax, man. You've got California tax, you've got recycling fees, all of this stuff, oil fees that are required. And you just go, it doesn't matter. I didn't agree to this. And I shit you not. I look at him, I'm like, all right, man, let me ask you a question. If you walk into Target and you see a fucking t-shirt for $19.95, you walk out paying $19.95? He goes, well, no. I'm like, that's tax. It's implied. And he kind of, he gets the whole face on it. He wants to wrap his big meaty claws around my neck. I'm like, dude, that's how it is. And I see my buddy looking at me like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Shut up. We get the point. And I was fucking steaming, man. And of course, once they get their 2 cents out, they pay it. They leave.
They realize they're in the wrong, and they secede.
Of course, they have to fight tooth and nail. And of course, 2-3 days down the road, me and my buddy will both get a scorching fucking survey that we charged him the $3. Exactly.
Yeah, that's not fair because, there's a time and a place for haggling. I mean, this isn't the flea market, that's where you do that,
Okay.
I don't do that at Macy's,
So here, let's put it this way. Where else can you go and say, I'd like this hamburger, but I'm going to supply my own meat and I want you to cook it for me. And also the menu price of $5.99 is too much. I know a guy that can do it for less. I'm only going to pay you $2.99.
Supposedly you can do this with medical billing.
You are paying too much for your heart transplant.
You can go in and say, you want how much for a Band-Aid? I'm not paying that. And they'll most likely take it off your bill.
Actually,
that's true.
That
because
is 100%.
What is it called? It's called like the something master or whatever. There's like a book of how much everything costs.
And for our new podcast, Patient States.
Patient Zero. It's all about costs.
For our new podcast, ow, my back.
But yeah, no, that's actually crazy. I saw something about that recently. There is no set price to the medical field for anything in the United States. So if you go heart transplants, $50,000, you can call that fucking hospital and go, no, this website says it's 14, and you can go back and forth. It's fucking crazy. This does not apply to the fucking mechanic field.
I was gonna say this isn't exactly in your favor right now.
No, it was leading to something. Trust me on this one.
I like the fast food idea versus the medical industry.
Yeah, that's definitely like
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah, good. And I'll keep your car until Tuesday when you bring me that
until
that
you
25
pay
cents.
me.
And to continue on these customer stories, which are our backbone, but we sometimes want to break them, is
We need the customers.
we need the customers.
We do.
100%.
We do love the customers.
We love the
That-
customers.
we-
We need them. and they
We
need us.
love the customers. But I had a guy come in with his basically brand new car. No need to split hairs. He had a car that did not have a turbo in it, but he wanted.
Oh, what happened?
I know, right? It's like, bro, it's like, come on. So he wanted the badging that said he had a turbo.
Okay.
So he goes to the parts department and he's like, hey, I want to buy a turbo badge. They're all like, oh, did the turbo badge fall off of your car? He's like, no, I don't want a turbo badge. And he's
Sir, you know that's illegal, right?
so no, I just want a turbo badge. And they're like, okay, so they get it for him.
It's like the Scion with the Ferrari badging on it.
Exactly. So he comes, asks me, it's like, hey, I want some help. Totally fine, man. I'm cool with that. So I show him, we line it up with him, all this stuff. He puts it, I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to hold it up here. It's got adhesive. If it's good, the minute I press down on these fucking letters, it's game over. He's like, I totally get it.
You say go, I'm going to push
Exactly.
this down.
Push it down. He's like, sweet, looks great, man. Leaves. 2 hours later, this is crooked as shit. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? We put it on together.
Buyer's remorse.
Exactly. He's like, this is
Seriously.
crooked as shit, man. It's like, I told him, all right, look, man, I will personally, on the shop ticket, just because I get it. It's cool. I will put it on the shop ticket. You'll get it for free. Give them the last name. You're good to go. That happens. Goes and picks it up. He grabs one. This was the following day. He grabs one of my salesmen and he goes, what the fuck, man? This is a dealership. It's like, you can't put on a fucking sticker with a fucking NASA guided fucking laser that makes sure that it's fucking perfectly straight, but you can go ahead and replace my brakes and serpentine belt. How am I supposed to, trust you guys? I'm like, dude, that comes from factory. We're here to make sure that your car runs, not that you wanted a turbo badge. So he goes, well, that's unacceptable. So I'm like, all right, man, here's this. I will set this up for you. You get to put it on. And as soon as you do, that's it. Game over. So this guy plants himself in our service drive, in the driveway, fucking cross-legged, blocking traffic
Oh
for
my God.
20 minutes, making sure this fucking shit lines up.
Just trying to put this graphic on.
Trying to put the graphic on. I've got my fucking salespeople like, what the fuck is this guy doing in the fucking driveway? I'm like, I don't know, man. I've got better shit to fucking do.
I'm not out here abusing this guy.
Exactly. And then once he was done, he has the audacity to come in, get me, go, okay, this is how you do it. I go out and look, and it is fucking identical to fucking what I did. But I'm like, hey, you know what, man? You're right. This shit looks tits. I'm an idiot. You're great. Have a great weekend, bud. And it's stuff like that, man. It's like we need customers, but at the same time, they raise our blood pressure.
How much labor do you claim for a sticker installation?
Fucking Christ, the call to the suicide help hotline.
Oh my
0 tenths.
God.
0 tenths,
Don't
I believe,
joke.
is-
No,
is what
suicide's
that
horrible,
pays.
guys. Ask for help.
We love you.
I mean, it's kind of difficult when you have a situation like that. Is that you're trying to help the customer out because you could have always referred them to the body shop and said, oh well, we don't really quite do this here. The body shop is the
Right.
one that applies the stickers and the decals. But you're trying to help the customer out instead of sending them to the body shop where the body shop's going to charge them $250, $300 to install this tiny little sticker. Oh no, I'll help you out. No worries. And the customer seems super helpful
Mhm.
and super nice and super appreciative of you until they
Aren't.
Aren't.
And it's funny that you bring that up, man. And that's what I told him. I'm like, look, dude, we're a shop. So there's a bit of a difference. It's like when stuff like this happens, we will send the car out to a body shop. If you need a logo or a badge or anything like that, That's not us, man. This is a shop that is meant for aesthetics.
Mechanical repairs are what are done at the dealership. Anything cosmetic goes out to the upholstery shop,
correct,
or the body shop, or this, or that, the other, the glass shop, things like that. You know, we at the dealership level, we are there to make sure that your car operates properly.
Operates. There's the proper terminology right
properly.
there. Yep.
You know, if you're talking about cosmetics or aesthetics,
get fucked.
Go somewhere else. I got more important shit to do.
Pardon me, I got to get back to the Ugga Dugga.
Yeah. my tool will go Ugga Dugga.
And that's the bottom of the line right there. It's like, it's not mechanical, it's cosmetic. You just have to take it elsewhere. But I thought you were a master technician. You're the master of all. And it's unbelievable.
You know, and it's almost a sort of thing where it's like, we do the same stuff because, you know, sometimes we have to put emblems on, and we do the same things with, again, having to put individual letters on or stickering on or emblems. And we do the same thing. You get your tape measure out, you mark it off, you put a piece of, you know, masking tape down, and then you tape it off again, and you put another piece of masking tape down. And that's, you know, in the general area where you're supposed to go. But if you do it at the dealership, they're like, oh man, I don't like that. But if you get it done in a body shop, they're like, oh, it looks great. Nothing changed. It's just because your perception is that it was at a professional place done by a body shop versus this other shop. You know, it's the same result at the end of the line.
Bro, your fucking trunk was into the fucking the rear seats. Of course it looks fucking better. Anything looks better at this fucking point. Oh, okay. So I actually, my warranty administrator gave me a little hint here. So we're getting close, guys. But before we start wrapping things up, do you have anything fun warranty for us?
I mean,
has anything fun happened?
Listen, it's been a week since we last talked. I'm sure something fun has happened.
It's as fun as all paperwork and coding could possibly be.
Paperwork and coding, man, you just got
coding
me
and paperwork and coding.
Yeah, I'm lost, man. I'm just a writer. You do all of my work for me, right?
all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting those checks paid.
Oh, I mean, there's not too much going on. I mean, we did have a couple of comebacks recently, and that's always
dun.
Yeah. I mean, so Jake, do you know how many times have you used the comeback worksheet?
Yeah.
Do you even know what that is?
So many fucking times.
we call those red sheets because they're literally red
but
piece
Mike
of paper.
knows what it is.
Because I have to fill them out.
Right. I was gonna say it. To be fair, I know of it.
To be fair.
I honestly probably don't use it as much as I should, but thankfully I have you. You've shown me a bunch of worksheets. You've shown me where I can find flag time. It's all learning. It's like you help me get better. I help Mike get better. Mike helps me get better. It's a whole thing.
I don't mean to bust balls, but as a writer, that is your job.
I know.
If you have a vehicle that comes back that was just recently
like you're the
on.
first person that touches it.
It's not up to you.
You know that it came back.
Right.
You looked at the history.
It's not up to you to determine that it's a recheck. It's up to you to let us know that it's a potential recheck.
Right.
And we will make the decision after that.
Right. 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. No, it's true. It's 100% true.
But
you're doing a great job, Jake.
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, sweetie.
And that's part of my job.
Right.
Like, you can't just say, hey, you fucked this up. Get better. It's got to be like, I noticed that.
You can say that.
I do from time to time, but sometimes, that doesn't work. I don't want to be the naggy mom.
Tough.
That's not what I want to be.
But tough love is needed at times.
We are a team, and tough love, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
It is needed at times, but that's just a part of it. And, I try not to be naggy. I try to take a deep breath before I fucking curse you guys out before I see you.
You see that, Mike? You see that when I try and be calm, but fuck you guys.
You could just see the rage building in her eyes. It was like they started glowing bright red. It was very frightening.
But, in the end, we're all doing it. I don't yell at you guys too much.
Right.
When I do, I bring a pillow to work and I just...
And to be fair, when you do yell at us, most of the time we are deserving of it. I'll give you that. You do your job very well.
I'm just here for helpful reminders.
Yeah, I need you to bring those TPMS reports in on Saturday.
Oh,
I do have a red stapler at my desk.
I know you do.
want everyone on this podcast and listening to know that right now.
it's missing like stapler.
I did seriously will bring this to the ground.
And then look what happened.
And so before they move me to the basement, it's that time again.
All right. Well, I'm very sad to say this, but we have reached the end of our third episode. It's been a pleasure working with you guys. I cannot wait until the next one. It's going to be even better than the first, second, and this one.
If you know, you know.
All right. So real quick, I want to tell you guys how to reach out to us. Again, thanks to Anchor FM. We are available on many, many, many different platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can find us at Twitter and Instagram at customer_states. You can find us at Facebook at facebook.com/customer-podcast-states.
Customer States Podcast.
Customer States Podcast. Hey.
Bell.
Ding, ding.
Okay, so I've made one mistake so far.
One fucking human.
Let's try that again. Facebook at facebook.com/customer states podcast.
Oof.
Yay!
Hooray!
And you guys can always email us at customerstatespodcast@gmail.com. Again, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twittergram, Facebookgram, MySpace,
All the
Insta-talk.
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 shoulder book, arm book, leg book, whatever.
But as always, guys, thank you so much for listening. We can't do this without you. Thank you, Kevin, for everything. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Allie. Guys, we will see you next week for episode 4. Please like, share anywhere that you find us, and we will see you next time.